Hi everyone, I'm Gwen Preston of Resource Maven. I'm here at the Metals Investor Forum in Toronto at the beginning of March. And I'm joined by Mike Collins of Nuclear Fuels. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me, Gwen. It's great to be here.
So we last did one of these interviews only like 8 weeks ago or 7 weeks ago or something in Vancouver. We talked a lot about sort of who nuclear fuels is then and a bit about the market. What I wanted to do today was really home in on Kaycee, which is your main, your flagship project.
Key focus, yes.
Key focus for sure.
Yeah.
And so let's talk about the drill program the first pass drill program that you did. Nuclear Fuels is still a brand new company. There's been you did one drill effort to start, and you're about to start a much larger drill effort. So talk to me about what the point was of that one and where that's leading you for the next program that's about to kick off.
Yeah, so we were a bit late in the year, but we managed to get 89 drill holes in any case, so not a bad start.
Not bad at all.
We were focusing in on two of the key resources that we see, and we're trying to understand how they tie together. They're 2.3 miles apart, and we managed to expand one of them, Saddle, and validate grades at Spur. We didn't get to move very far off Spur. Christmas was coming, so it was time to shut down. But really had a great. We did very well in terms of proving up what we expected to see and where we expected to see it was the key.
Perfect. And let's talk about what what you want to see and why. This is an ISR target, so you need to see certain sort of grade thicknesses in the right kind of rocks.
That's correct. So we've got sort of a base grade of 0.02 U3O8. Thicknesses have to be better than 2.5 feet.
Right.
And then sort of the combination of those two has to add up to or multiply to 0.3 or better. We're doing very well with the numbers that we've got. What we're doing now, though, right now this winter, while the snow's on the land, is really going back through the data and qualifying the different targets we have. We've got 110 miles of roll front there. We've got 3 different formations. We even managed to discover another roll front at Saddle this fall, on our initial drill program. So there's an amazing amount of opportunity there, but we've got to qualify which targets we really want to hit this year. Looking to do a 600 drill hole program, 2 drills contracted right now for the full season. One of those may be lent out to another company for a little bit, but we'll be pretty much keeping them running. So it's going to be a busy year, and trying to get a handle on the overall scale, where we're going to see 15 million pounds in the system, and what is our best economic buck for where we want to drill to get there fastest.
And let's remind everyone why 15 million pounds is the number, because it is a very important number for nuclear fuels in particular.
Yeah, it's an agreement target, as it were. enCore Energy has a back-in right on the project. They vended the project into Nuclear Fuels, and they have a back-in right to a 51% interest on us defining a 15 million pound resource. And at that point, we get a 49% interest that's financed to production. We have to pay that back from production, but still. And then we also get 2.5 times our exploration dollars back, which allows us to stay relevant as an exploration company while we wait for that production to happen. And that's kind of a very sweet deal. Usually, even where companies have carries to production, they have no news for 3 years, for 10 years. And they're diluting the stock because they have to stay publicly listed. They have costs, et cetera, but we avoid all that. We can actually be explorers while we're waiting for something to happen at Kaycee.
So there's really 2 very related, but still 2 sides to the nuclear fuel story. You are working to aggressively define a sizable ISR amenable resource in Wyoming, which is, one of the 2 best states in America to be trying to do anything to do with nuclear power and uranium. So you're doing that. So rapid resource growth is hard to find in uranium. It's hard to find in any metal. So there's that sort of discovery, resource growth side. But then there's the actual, there's a path to putting this into production. It's not clearly defined. There's lots of variables, but enCore has assets in the area. There's different ways that this could happen, and they are a producer. So it's really a 2-side story.
It is. It's a pretty amazing opportunity, and one of the other things that's very interesting about this project is it's 95% state or private surface lands, and that gives us an amazing amount of flexibility in terms of where we can drill and going from day to day and changing our priorities based on the results that we're getting right away. And that brings up, we're using gamma logging for our assay process. So the drill truck drives away from the hole.
Yeah.
The gamma logging truck backs up in the hole, drops the probe down the hole, and by the end of the day, we know what that hole grades in terms of thickness and assay. So that gives us the ability to go from hole to hole, say, no, we don't want to be there, we want to be over there.
Actually respond
Right?
with data
So
in real time.
In real
to where
time, we're
you
not
go.
waiting 4 months for an assay and hoping that our next 3 holes make sense.
Yeah.
Because, so that's there are a lot of advantages to what we're doing that's very unique in the exploration world.
Well, it's the most exciting commodity market out there, mineral commodity market right now, uranium, and rapid resource growth. Explorers, as you mentioned at the end of your presentation, explorers are the segment of the market that haven't really been rewarded yet. There's a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great year.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for bringing us up to speed, and let's chat again soon.